Some of the smartest business owners in Houston are becoming invisible, and not because they're bad at what they do, not because they lack experience, not because they don't know, they don't work hard. And actually, that's the problem. See, they built businesses in a world where referrals, reputation, and handshakes were enough. But now, attention is the new real estate. And there are business owners with 30 years of experience losing customers to a 24-year-old with an iPhone, a ring light, and consistency. That's the shift nobody wants to talk about. Today, I want to talk about why so many business owners over 40 are getting crushed by invisibility, especially here in the Houston area, and what they can do before their business slowly fades into the background. I've seen this personally. You drive around Houston and you'll find incredible businesses. We're talking about family-owned restaurants, mechanics, construction companies, landscaping companies, event venues, photographers, jewelers, contractors. The list goes on and on and on. And these are businesses that have years of experience. But when you search them online, let's say if you want to see, what they do, ghost town. No content, no face behind the brand, no recent videos, no storytelling, no connection. Meanwhile, another business, maybe less experienced, is everywhere. They're on TikTok, they're on Instagram, they're on Facebook, on YouTube Shorts, you name it. And people start trusting visibility more than skill. That sounds unfair, but that's the marketplace we live in now. Because humans trust familiarity. The business they see repeatedly feels safer than a business that you don't hear from. I remember seeing businesses here in Houston that were incredibly locally but digitally invisible. One company had amazing work. Everybody who knew them respected them. But online, their last post was like in 2021. No videos explaining their process, no behind the scenes, no customer stories, no educational content. Then another competitor comes in, less experienced, but they have cleaner branding. They have consistent videos and they're posting every week. Guess who starts winning attention? The visible one, of course. And eventually, attention becomes trust, leads, referrals, perceived authority, and revenue. People don't buy only by the best anymore. They buy by the clearest. That line right there is something business owners need to understand deeply. People don't buy the best. They buy the clearest. Now, here's where it gets deeper. A lot of business owners over 40 are not lazy. They're uncomfortable. There is a difference because to them, posting feels weird, recording feels cringe, talking to the camera feels unnatural. Especially for men who grew up believing if your work is good, people will notice. But the internet doesn't work like that. Silence online now looks like irrelevance. And I've noticed something else. Many experienced business owners are terrified of looking inexperienced. So they avoid posting because they want to look perfect. They want their perfect logo. You want the perfect studio. You want the perfect camera, the perfect strategy. Meanwhile, the market reveals speed and authenticity. The algorithm does not care about your resume. It rewards attention. Here's the dangerous part. Invisibility happens slowly, okay? See, at first, business are still running. Referrals are still coming in. Loyal customers are still supporting you. So it feels fine, right? But underneath the surface, once you start digging in, your market share is leaking quietly. A younger audience grows up never hearing from your name. Competitors dominate search results and social trends. And one day, a business owner wakes up wondering, why am I struggling when I'm better than these people? That question is happening right now, especially in cities like Houston, where competition keeps exploding. But here's the good news: experience still matters tremendously. In fact, experienced business owners have an advantage younger creators don't have. That is wisdom, stories, pattern recognition, client experience, failures survived, lessons learned, and that is content gold. The problem is that they're hiding it. Imagine if a contractor posted, let's say, 3 mistakes homeowners make before remodeling, right? Or what nobody tells you about buying cheap roofing, the content will dominate, not because it's flashy, but because it's real. People crave guidance right now, especially from people who have actually lived through decades in business. And honestly, this is one reason I believe content creation is becoming one of the most important business skills in the world. Not because everyone needs to become an influencer, but because every business now needs visibility. This is what we're talking about. You don't need Hollywood production. What you need is documentation. You need consistency. You need trust at scale. One camera can now do what billboards used to do. That's insane when you think about it. A local Houston business owner can literally build authority from their phone, sitting inside their truck between appointments. That's the era we're living in now. So if you're a business owner over 40 listening to this, your experience is not outdated. Your silence is. And the business that learn how to communicate their value online will dominate the next decade. Not because they're the loudest, because they became visible. If this episode helped you think differently about content, branding, or business visibility, share this with another business owner who needs to hear it. And if you want more conversations around business content creation, entrepreneurship, and building authority online, subscribe to this channel because the future belongs to people who remember. My name is Kevin, and I'll see you in the next one.